Hello, Axe Guy tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem with me, Blue. So, this is our second episode. We're just in the middle of a battle. One thing I forgot to mention, I realized, one of the things about Fire Emblem, in case you're really out of the loop, characters have permadeath, other than Roy, who just ends the game. So when I'm being really cautious to make sure no one's taking damage or dying, it's not like in Shining Force or well, some other tactical RPGs where it's not as much of a punishment if someone dies. If, for instance, Lance dies because I'm silly and the enemies manage to surround him and kill him, he's gone forever. So, you know, I want to be a little bit more cautious than usual is the point. Alright, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to try to use Marcus to lure these guys down. I don't want to rush up there on my own. And then what I'll do is I'll put some people that are sort of slower, sort of behind him on this side. And that should do. And then the Cavaliers will be able to rush up and do whatever they need to do. So usually the enemy will run down and attack if they have the ability to. It's not all the bosses, but most enemies, most normal enemies. And this will give us ability to... Well, as long as we're careful, we can sort of split these guys up a bit. Okay, so I'm thinking... Start with ranged. As usual, make sure there's no counters. And then maybe let Eliwood or Roy, you know, whatever his name is. It's not fast enough. He needs to level up. Then he'll be a little bit faster his attack speed. In case you're wondering, you get a double attack if your attack speed is 4 higher than the enemy's. Or they get a double if theirs is 4 higher than yours. And there's a lot of factors going into your attack speed. Weapon weight, your constitution, your speed stats, stuff like that. So, let's not do that right now. It's not quite enough damage. Could also charge up like this. See, like, he's got 8 attack speed. AS's attack speed, 8 to 4. So we'll do 2 attacks, 9, it's 11, attack 11 for Lance, minus 2 defense for the enemy. That's how we get 9 damage, 100% chance to hit. But that's only 18 damage in total, so that won't actually kill it. We'll let him have a chance to attack Alan, or counter Alan, just so I can get Roy the kill. I'm gonna use Marcus to block up the path a little bit. I just really need Roy to get stronger. There's also a support system. Well, this is weapons, but there's also there's weapon skill which goes up as you use your weapon. There's also a friendship support system, so by leaving characters adjacent to each other, they will eventually build supports. We'll talk more about that kind of stuff later on. I think I'll block up the way to Roy. Oh. Could have had this guy attack Marcus, but this is actually convenient. Lance gets a really good counter out of that. That'll save a little bit of time. So, Alan seems to be perhaps the slightly harder hitting but slower Cavalier, whereas Lance seems to be the speedy sort of focused guy. We'll see how their stats work. They're just generally randomized leveled up, so we'll see if that sticks for long. This should be enough for Roy, though. Alright, give me some good stats here, buddy. You need to strengthen up quick. Not terrible. So just maybe a really quick overview of some stats. Strength adds to your damage for melee and ranged attacks. Skill is mostly your hit percent. I think it's also... The formulas change a little bit between each Fire Emblem game. So some of these things change a little bit, but defense is reduced weapon damage. Resistance is reduced magic damage. Luck reduces enemy crit chance, and I think that's a small effect on your hit chance and dodge chance, but the main thing is reduce enemy crit. Speed is dodge percent as well as your attack speed. Skill is mostly your hit percent, possibly only your hit percent in this game. Movement's how many squares you can move. Constitution affects it's like how big you are. So every character has an aid stat, so you can only carry units that have lower con than your aid. So most people will have a lower aid than their own personal con, because it's just kind of like a really heavy unit can carry a unit that's just a little bit less than them, kind of thing. It also affects weapons. So our Iron Sword has a weight of 5. Because we have a con of 6, which is higher than 5, the Iron Sword does not lower our attack speed at all. So we should have a 7 attack speed for most things. If we get a different sword that has a weight of, say, 8, let's just pick a number, because that's 2 higher than con, that will reduce our attack speed by 2. So that's kind of the balance. There's probably someone on the team that's got that kind of ability already. Things like axes tend to be very heavy. There you go. So Lance of 8, weight 8, that's lower than 9. Boris has a really high con and aid. Wolt. Alright, well, everyone's pretty much able to use their attack speed to the max, but yeah, it's fine. Alright, so let's just keep working. We got our first level up. I'm generally happy as long as I see maybe 3 or 4 stats go up. If it's only like 1 or 2 stat ups, it's rather depressing. And because of the RNG, the random numbers, you can have considerably varied luck for your characters, where some characters just turn out really poorly and there's nothing you can really do about it. So you have to search them out with other people, basically. Let's keep the pace up. Let's keep moving. Kill and keep moving. So I didn't even check, but we managed to lure this guy down, which is perfect. In the forest, Marcus is basically invincible. Alright, so we got level 2. The general strategy is, once you're higher level than the enemies, they start giving you less and less experience per kill. If you're lower level than the enemies, they'll give you bonus XP. So, Roy will now sort of waste experience if he kills this guy. He'll get less. Marcus will get almost nothing. He says level 1, but he's a promoted unit, so pretend he's like level 11, basically. For an archer to be good, in my opinion, they generally need to get a lot of strength and speed. And that doesn't always happen. A lot of time their strength stays really, really low. And you end up with an archer that just can't really deal damage. Yeah, we'll go with this. It's fine. I might want to heal Alan up after he gets hit. Nah, it's good. I would like most of my team to be level 2 at the end of this fight if possible. So this guy, I don't know for sure, but I bet you he won't move. Our overall... We see our overall status for this map is to seize the gate. So if this guy moves, technically Roy could seize the gate and end the battle. Generally that won't be possible because the boss will guard the gate. But we should be able to draw this guy out at least. And again, we can probably get Marcus to do that. Sorry if I'm going a little bit slow for this early part of the game. I figure try to explain a few things on the first couple battles for new people. That's an okay level up. I figured he'd be the speedy knight. 3 stats is like my minimum to say that's okay. HP is... You usually get HP up, so then what I like to see is some strength or speed or something. But that's alright. 4 is up there. Eliwood a little bit closer. Maybe take him this route. Alright, so reinforcements are coming, sorta. Marcus continues to lure them. So just for positioning, keep an eye on how far enemies can move. I do expect that the boss won't move. I'm willing to take that bet. Continue to soften them up a little bit with our archer. Maybe try to get Wool to kill before the end of the battle, at least. Is he strong enough now? No. So, unfortunately, it's kind of hard to lower this guy's HP. Maybe I should have started with Lance, actually. I'm trying to get a kill for Alan, but, it's actually kind of hard to do. If Boars hits... Yeah, that'll work. If he can hit him. Awesome. Actually, Boris has almost got his level up too, so I just want everyone to get to level 2. That's not too much to ask for, right? There we go. Come on, Alan. Give me some good stats. Strength, skill, luck. Not bad. He's not going to be doubling anytime too soon, but he does need more practice with his sword. I'd really like to get him to D rank. Also, you may notice the music has changed. The game is convinced that we're going to win now. They'll only be able to attack Marcus. Can they get that far? No. Eliwood, or Roy, the redhead. Hopefully close enough for next turn. Alright. You fool! You've fallen for my trap again! I guess, did I show them? Like, in comparison, Marcus's stats are really high. The reason I would call him kind of useless, though, is I would be willing to bet that by the time Alan gets promoted, so like by the time he gets to level 10 and promotes, or higher, possibly, his promoted level 1 stats as a Paladin level 1 will be much stronger than Marcus's, and he would sort of waste a lot of experience early on. Am I gonna try to get a kill here? You got level 2, you got level 2. So, I'm just trying to do the math here. You can do 8 damage if you don't miss. So we need to do 12. Maybe? That'd only be 10 damage. 10 damage. How can we get 12? That's 12 damage right there. Okay, that should work. Dodge. Okay, so we definitely need to kill the archer then, or Alan's gonna be in trouble. Well, no, he'll live. Should be fine. Just don't miss this one. Now, Fire Emblem uses a different... At least I believe this version of Fire Emblem generally does. They kind of use a different RNG. Oh, that's a terrible level up. Not good stats for my archer. Not happy so far. But yeah, when it says 80% chance to hit, it's a little bit different than like XCOM style of 81%, where it's like one roll from a D100, you know, 1 to 100. Fire Emblem usually has like 2 rolls, and it's kind of weighted, so it's a little bit different is all. Alright, I would like Boars to maybe kill that archer. I didn't even double check. I just sped right through, but yeah. Alright. Crunch. There we go. Good stuff. Alright, and that's basically everyone to level 2 that I wanted, so that's good. Honestly, for Boars, probably the speed is really nice, because these guys tend to be really slow, and his defense is already strong, so strength and speed, not bad, not bad. He'll probably need a little bit of skill to maintain a high hit rate, but we'll deal with that. Alright, so what are we going to do with this boss? How strong are we looking here? He's got a steel axe, which is a really heavy, it's like a tier 2 kind of weapon. Iron, steel's better than iron generally, just heavier and does more damage. But what that means is he doesn't actually have a ranged attack. Now, this isn't going to do a lot of damage. But theoretically, we could sit here at ranged and slowly kill him. That's no fun, though. I just want to see how Lance looks against him. Whew. Well, if Lance gets hit, I have to pull him out. But he's only got a, 30% chance to be hit. And I believe Marcus can rescue. So yeah, if he does get hit, we can pull him out. If he dodges, he should be fine. Good stuff. Good stuff, Lance. Alright. So we can only really put one person in front of the boss anyway. We could try... Oh, he's the one with the lance, right? Or the javelin. I actually prefer the javelin maybe on Boars because he's slower. He can't move as far. It's kind of nicer for him to have a ranged attack. But it's pretty low chance to hit. I don't know. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting much, but would have been a nice little bonus. Alright, and that's probably all we're going to do for this round. Usually the bosses will have a ranged attack, a ranged weapon. Oh yeah, you heal there too, of course. So you wouldn't be able to spam archers normally like this. But it looks like Lance has got this guy whooped. It's good for me. Alright. No problem. So again, I'll let Lance attack. If he gets hit, we can pull him out. Let someone else try. He might just kill him here, though. Lance, you're way stronger than this Damask guy. Good stuff. Now, it's possible we would have had some custom dialogue if we'd had Roy fight the boss. That often happens. But on the other hand, Roy may have just died if this guy hit him, so... And, of course, good experience. Well, at least he got strength. Anyway, Roy ready to go. Battle done. So you can see, they kind of look the same. Like, if you remember Eliwood from the last game, he looks a lot like Roy now. Anytime, Pops. Probably because there's bandits. Oh, just gonna lead the soldiers. That's cool. Alright, well, to arms, my noble brethren. I am quite the fan of the Fire Emblem music, especially the main theme, so every time we hear that in the background, just a little smile. Sure! Does she, like, heal or something? We need a healer. Oh, she got magic. I don't remember if she's an offensive mage or a healing mage. We'll see. Isn't she a little bit young for that? Oh good, we're gonna hire some mercenaries. If you remember in the prequel, most of the army was destroyed back then. Most of Foray's army. So while it may have been 20 years or 15 years or whatever, I assume maybe they're still not at full strength. Because they were basically completely wiped out last game. Thanks, Boars. It's kind of boring. Oh, man. And the name puns begin. Alright, well, we're gonna call... Oh, man, it's a little bit of a short episode, but I like to start I like to start chapters fresh on a new episode every time. So anyway, that was the first chapter. Easy peasy, no big deal. We'll watch as our army grows, and we learn more about the world, and maybe have some fun while we try to save the Fire Emblem. Anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next time for more Fire Emblem.